Now on BBC World News, another chance to hear from Larry Madowo, who brings us 5 extraordinary stories from Black history in a Witness History special.
Hello, I'm Larry Madowo, live at CNN headquarters in Atlanta, and this is One World. Hi, I'm Larry Madowo. Thank you for joining me here in Washington, D.C. for this very special edition of Witness History. We will go back to some important moments in the past, from the civil rights era to the present day. Secretary Austin said he supported Mr. Biden's decision not to stay in Afghanistan forever. Let's get perspectives on this now. CNN's Oren Lieberman is at the Pentagon, and our Clarissa Ward is back in the Afghan capital, Kabul. Oren, let me start with you. The senators, some of them, were very keen to point out the contradiction that President Biden said there was no recommendation to keep troops on the ground. But first, let's go back to one of the darkest days of the civil rights era. On 15 September 1963, the Baptist Church on 16th Street in Birmingham, Alabama, was packed and ready for Sunday service. Then, a bomb went off, and 4 young girls were killed in the next couple of days. CNN's Anna Stewart joins me now live from London. The Prime Minister and the Business Secretary both say the situation is improving and things will stabilize because of all the extra interventions, Anna. But does it look like that where you are?
I mean, that is certainly the hope, Larry, particularly given some new drivers. This reserve fleet are meant to be on the roads today.
That sad Sunday in Alabama is a shocking example of what black people faced in the 1960s. 4 years later, riots were erupting all across the U.S. in the so-called long, hot summer of 1967. Black communities were fed up with poor housing, high unemployment, and police harassment. The government set up the Kerner Commission to investigate the causes of the riots. It's CNN economics commentator Catherine Rampell joins me now from Washington. A lot of people who are opposed to Brexit say this was going to happen. You lock out people who are immigrants who do some of these important jobs, then you run out of people to carry out essential tasks. But is that an oversimplification, or do the labor shortages have a lot to do with stricter immigration controls?
There are a number of reasons why the UK, as well as here in the US and many other countries around.
Volcanologist Alexis Schwartz. We spoke a few days ago, and I wanted to check back in with you, Alexis. Now that the volcano the lava has reached the sea, officials are saying this could lead to some toxic fumes in the air and some explosions. Are you seeing any of that yet?
Yeah. Okay, well, as you mentioned, we've talked before, and that was a concern at the time. Actually, the lava flow reached the coast yesterday,